little pieces are the tags that connect us to those memories. You know, the swag that we received. It's really the experience that was the gift, not the trinket. But the trinket is a physical attachment to the memory.
Like, so we also like to give away, like, we give away water bottles and stickers and all sorts of things. And occasionally a new member in camp, when they're working our water bar, will put stickers out on the bar, like, for people to take. I have to try to do a little acculturation and then actually we want to make sure that sticker is just a reminder of the interaction. You know, we're not trying to distribute stickers. We're trying to connect with people, and the sticker becomes this tool, then becomes the memory. So when people go and they have a sticker that it reminds them of that experience, then it's sacred as opposed to just being a piece of marketing material or something.
I have voices
have
in
some
my
marketing materials for
ear.
everyone.
I keep muting myself because I have voices in my ear. I mean, they're actual voices. It's not like I'm hearing things.
Sure, they
And
are.
and then I start talking and I forget that I'm muted in here, and then they can hear me on there. So it's really funny. Well, I want to thank all the world builders that have come, everyone that's created amazing worlds on AltSpace and as part of BRCvr. I want to thank our hosts and our moderators and the people that are here to make sure that we have a safe space for open sharing. And I want to thank you, Halcyon, for being here as well.
Thank you so much. It's I think that, you know, a long time ago, Burning Man was an experience that I looked forward to all year, and then over time it becomes something that you realize that you can integrate into your life in many different ways. And now it's whole, you know, definition of a burner has really evolved, and there's people that are, you know, experiencing and sharing and practicing 10 principles, you know, in so many different ways. And so I think it's really beautiful to connect with more and more people that are integrating this community into the way they live their lives. So I'm super honored to be able to be here with you today, and thank you for letting me share my art.
So Halcyon, I just had the voices in my head tell me that Aaron in Zoom thinks you look great as an avatar.
It looks
Ooh,
good.
oh yeah, thank you. I'm pretty pleased. This morning I actually I tried a new the hair dye that I've been using for 20 years is went out of business. So I've been trying to find a new pink dye. This is tragic.
Oh
This is, you know,
no.
I know. So I've been trying new dyes, and I tried one a couple of days ago, and I'm just not happy with it. It's way too burgundy. And so I woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, and I was like, "Oh no, the movie viewings today. I'm gonna look terrible with this hair." And I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm gonna look rad because I'm gonna be my avatar."
Yes,
Always a good
that's
hair
the
day in
best.
here.
Yes, it's always a good hair day in here. And we're all the perfect age, and none of us have wrinkles on our face. I've gone in and I've like tried to give myself more wrinkles, but it's, you know, I'm still 30. My avatar's still 30.
Miss my hands in VR.
We'll get you hands. We'll get you hands.
I need to pay $200 for my, then I'll have hands, right? Hi.
Yeah,
You have them. They're just not
I'll be
moving.
your
Am I too
hands.
close to you in VR? Oh,
Oh, I'm being your surrogate hands.
Halcyon's being your hands
oh,
for you
thank you.
right now. He's
Oh,
like,
thank you. Like
and
a
you're wearing pink, so
goddess.
it matches. It works. Yeah.
Good.
Woo-hoo.
I can't see myself at all. Like I see myself before. I'll come ask you later, Athena.
You
I'm
can take a
in the VR.
selfie of yourself, and that's the best way
Right.
to see yourself.
I want to do that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to change my
Yes,
clothes.
because your hair looks awesome. Awesome. So take a selfie.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, sweet.
I photobomb it or did I miss you? It's so hard. You never know.
Do another one with you. There. I want you to edit. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. The over the shoulder, that seems to always work. You start to figure it out. You spend enough time in alt space, you figure out how to do the selfies and where to line up the camera to take the pictures and like all the little nuances of the platform. And then right when you get it all figured out, they do an update. But it's all good.
Can you tell if I'm like standing too close to you in VR? Like if I'm right on top of you, I feel very next to you virtually, but will people push
You're pretty
you?
close. You're comfortable. You know, you're probably like 3-4 feet away. Pretty comfortable.
Like I
Yeah.
would be in real life. Okay, good. All right.
we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
have
And
Well,
then
I
can you
like
tell?
you would be
You
in
can
real
tell
life.
if I walked into you, if I was on top of you or something.
We all have
We
our
would know,
personal
yes.
bubbles.
Okay.
You would
Yeah.
just disappear. Yeah.
If people in VR need more space, can they make their bubble bigger?
No.
And then people that want to hug a lot can make their bubble non-existent. A really thin
Yeah,
layer.
I like to turn it off actually. Annoyed.
So Ross just posted on Zoom that what is it? Scars are documentation of a life well lived. Wear your wrinkles proudly. Piece of center camp wisdom.
Love it.
Very nice. In a past life, I used to host a shopping network show. And they would have a producer in my ear constantly talking to me, telling me things about the products that I was rolling out. And so I had this skill where I could listen and talk and listen and talk and listen and talk. And I haven't done it in so many years that I'm realizing like, oh, wait a minute, I used to be somewhat better at this and I need to practice more. We need to do more of these. That's what that says. Right, right. The voices that protect our physical avatar.
Exactly.
Did anybody else have a question? Burning question. And if you're on Zoom, we can also love to get your questions for this early part. We have about 8 minutes left before we get started. So I could probably take one question. What's one burning question that we'll have before we get this ball rolling? Zoom?
I can tell a quick.
I have to look this way to actually see the people on Zoom, but
there was a time
Aaron has a
years
question.
ago.
So Aaron wanted to know, John, is this worth my time?
Well, knowing Aaron, I'll know that the only answer that would be correct would be actually, I probably can't say anything out loud. But yes, Aaron, of course it's worth your time. We love having you here. And you're as Aaron has a documentary of his life that is fantastic. This one is much shorter. So the fact that I watched your whole movie, Aaron, means that yes, you should watch this 22-minute movie.
Love it. Did you want to tell a story? You were getting ready to say something, and then Aaron posted up.
Just what popped in my head. There was a time in about 2005, 2004 when I was making Burning Man videos, and I was also making videos, with my 94-year-old grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was also making videos with my girlfriend at the time that were erotic art. And so there was this interesting year on Fly when I'd be riding around on my pink fur bike. People will be like, Halcyon, hey, I love your videos. Be like, Which ones? Not knowing if they'd see me naked or if they'd see me talking to my grandpa.
Oh, that's so funny. So I have a request that you amplify yourself so that we can hear you better on Zoom.
All right, let's.
It was fine before, but now they're asking for the amplification.
Well, I did figure out all by myself that if I got closer to you, I could hear you better. I was way far away and you were very faint.
Yeah, that's the roll off. When we amplify our voices, they're a megaphone. It actually amplifies throughout most of the world, so that allows us to for larger crowds to be able to hear
Make a
us.
playa-wide announcement.
That's under
So
host tools,
amplify
right?
my voice is on the right.
it.
There's a little thing that says host
Found it.
tools. Okay, great.
Now I am powerful.
You have the
Thank you.
voice of all.
But it was also helpful for me to get oriented when I realized, oh, the volume of the voice is relative to how close I am to the person, which is, intuitive. So anyway.
Yeah, it's intuitive. Absolutely. So I would like to welcome everybody that's on Zoom. Hello. If we can wave to us and we're going to say hello to everybody that's on Facebook that you're watching there. Everybody that's on Facebook, hello.
I should have checked
And we're
before I told that story.
the people
my
on
parents
Zoom are coming to us from the Hug Nation Zoom. So I'm very excited to stay and be part of Hug Nation.
Awesome. The Hug Nation Zoom room started at the beginning of the pandemic. We decided to do twice a day gratitude circles, and so learners from all over have been coming in. Now we do it 3 times a day: noon Civic time, 6 p.m., and then 3 in the morning, which is noon in Amsterdam. People come and share like a 30-minute. We go around the table and share some gratitude, and then have a little hug. And it's just been a really beautiful way to stay connected. Just a different tool, but same idea of finding community on a daily basis.
That's beautiful. Are you finding that people are still joining now that we're going back into our daily lives and we're not at home as much?
There's a pretty strong community of like a family of people that do come in on a daily basis. So there's fewer people that are seeking it out on new people. There's the people who built relationship are coming still regularly.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I think we have about 3 minutes and then we'll get started with our program.
So
I think trying to see.
So yeah, there was before this we did this movie. I was working for doing consulting for Taco Bell, and got hired by their marketing department to make documentary films about certain types of their customer base. Because when you're a high-paid executive at Taco Bell, you really have no idea what it's like to be a college student or someone that hates Taco Bell. And so they would hire us to make these 10, 15-minute documentaries of a day in the life of like a college student or the day in the life of someone that would never eat Taco Bell. And it was super fun because they wanted us to be honest. It was not for the public. It was this really, really fun project. And when doing that, I found and started working with a videographer and editor named Jake Tyson. The more that we worked together and the more I got to know him, he was not someone that had gone to Burning Man. But I was like, man, if we took everything that we're doing here and instead of talking about taco meat, we were talking about art and what pink heart is, and this, wouldn't that be amazing? And he said, I have no idea what Burning Man is, but man, so brought him to the playa, and that's how this movie was created. It's a Taco Bell dessert.
That's, I don't know that that's a compliment, but okay. This is, I think of your movie as so much more than a Taco Bell dessert, which what is a Taco Bell dessert? Do they have churros or what thing have they over sugared?
Good point. All right, we're not going to use that in the marketing materials then.
Let's not use that in the marketing materials. No. Do we have any other questions or any other Pink Heart stories? No? We have some people coming in. This is great.
Oh. Just did a Pink Heart installation at the Santa Cruz Regional Unscrews. We had a Pink Heart lounge set up there, which was, all of our the majority of our desert equipment is in containers in the desert that stays there. So our regional kind of setup was totally different and unique, but of course, same colors, same shapes, same ideas. We had a cool lounge set up at Unscrews, which was fun to kind of satellite experiences and bring the same vibe in a different container.
Yeah, I know you were also at Loveburn. Like as these events are coming back, and it's great to bring that vibe, which we're getting ready to learn about with the film today. And we're at the top of the hour. So I say we get this started. I want to introduce Doug Jacobson to everyone that doesn't know. And he's going to tell us a little bit about what the program's going to be for today. He's right underneath the heart.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to our second BRCvr Film Festival and screening of The Pink Path. Welcome wherever you are in the world. Now, one thing before we start, to enjoy today's event, please pick one platform to participate, either AltSpace or Zoom. You'll have a better experience if you are the only one of these two, if you're on only one of these two platforms. So we're going to put everybody on mute once the movie starts. Now, after the film, we're going to do an interactive Q&A. If you have any questions for Halcyon, if you are in AltSpace VR, just use the raise hand feature on the lower right side of your screen.
Hello.
On Zoom, you can leave your question in the chat there. If we select your question, we will ask you to unmute when the time comes. But first, we are going to begin the film, The Pink Path. This amazing documentary runs 20 minutes, and as soon as it's over, everyone in VR will migrate quickly over to the stage behind us. After the Q&A, we will invite everyone to join the Hug Nation gratitude event that happens every single day, 3 times a day. And we're going to broadcast to and from Hug Nation Zoom the entire time, so you can enjoy everything that's going on in VR, and everyone here can see you. Now, if you have any problems seeing the film, try re-entering the world. In your settings, go to General, and then hit re-enter. All right, enough from me. Let's start the movie.
Woo-hoo! Thank you, Doug. And for everyone, once the film starts, if it's not running, you might need to re-enter the space.
We all think we know what we want. But if we look closely, we find that we really don't. We believe that we know what we want. But that target that we're shooting for has been implanted in us by social convention, by society. here's what you need to watch out for today, here's what you need to watch out for. Here's what you need to watch out for today, here's what you need to watch out for tomorrow. Instead of realizing how wonderful life is, how amazing. Instead of realizing how wonderful life is, how amazing this moment is, right now, right here. In a default world, we have no time for that.
Before I was at Burning Man, I had a very limited idea of the way that the choices I had in life, of like blue collar work, white collar job, or stay at home dad. That's kind of how I viewed my options. And then I came here and saw this, that like the paths of life are not freeway lanes, it's a lake. And you can really go any direction you want, and seeing all these people making choices that were kind of non-linear and not what I had been taught, appropriate in the ladder climbing, and seeing them so happy and feeling this energy that people had, this just kind of grounded, peaceful, connected presence. And that was the kind of popping open of my mind that Burning Man gave me.
What's amazing about this place is that people come, and when they know what's here, they start realizing they have gifts they can bring.
For those of us who work in places like corporate America, for those of us who have to walk that life with our family, there are so many expectations of us, and that is just normal. And those are things that we have to put on to make things work in some type of normalcy in the real world. But underneath all of that, and in combination with all of that, all of those things make up all of those pieces and parts that we are. Parts that we are with our family, parts that we are in our corporate world, parts that we are with different groups of our friends. All of that makes up who we are. But when we get to come to Burning Man, we get to be all of that in one collection and be together with that and be accepted for all of that as one. It's an opportunity for people to drop their veils and to be their authentic selves.
This here is the heart piece. It's a stainless steel heart, one piece, now that's been welded together. So many hands make good work, and I'm going to be pretty stoked to have it out in front of Pink Heart Camp.
Burning Man is infinitely important to me because it was really the jarring experience that knocked me out of a lot of thought patterns and awarenesses about the way life can be.
did a musical dance adaptation of this book, where in the middle scene where Stripe the caterpillar goes through his transformation, I had these women in camp wrap me up in a cocoon, carried me into the dome, and then the performance continued outside as a fire performance, while the women inside helped Stripe the caterpillar as I surrendered to the feminine, and then I returned out of the dome as a butterfly.
What Burning Man does is allow you to see that there's anything you can do with what you have, and to start realizing what those strengths are, what those resources are. And then this gives you a great palette to try this art, this strength, to try it out. And that creates a community where it creates this magical experience and helps us all grow. We grow by knowing what our strengths are.
A lot of things that respond to me are a little bit more fluffy and warm. And there's an event that I do every year called the Pink Ride, where people get together and we ride around all in pink, and I tell stories about my grandfather, and I tell lessons that I've learned from Burning Man. And then we do Hug Nation in the center camp, where we all kind of do this moment of unity. It had become, over the years, a highlight of my week every week, and a number of people, it became like the highlight of the week, which is interesting because there's so much grand things here, and this was a pretty subtle, visually, event-wise, pretty minimal, but so deep. And it became clear and clear to me that is what I want to bring to Burning Man. That I want to accentuate and bring more people to have these deep experiences that really, I think, shift who you are in the world.
Meeting at our iHeart Ball structure. Ball hearting of all types is welcome.
And what if we had a whole camp that was based on that Pink Ride? So I kind of threw out this idea, and people from all over that I'd never met started saying, I want to help you. I want to help make that happen. The goal was to create this oasis where people could gather in shade, in fuzzy pink, be served chilled water, and kind of become a lighthouse for body, soul, and spirit.
A core team of us really keep the energy going through the year, where we plan and we get together, and then we start happening. About 4 or 5 months ago, people are now committing to coming. And now we start having work parties on the weekend where we test that things are going to work, and we make the things that we're going to bring. And then it's just we get a big truck, we fill up all this stuff that we've acquired to make it happen, and we're giving this gift of Pink Heart to the playa. And to just see it come to fruition after all of that work and after all of that time and after all that talking and conversations, it's magic.
I am very proud of our Pink Heart family. We are a very close-knit family, and we are made up of people from all different walks of life, from different corners of the world, and it works for us.
And it's pink. Welcome to Pink. Awesome.
Come tomorrow, Tuesday, between 2 and 5, when we're serving our vegan coconut ice cream cones. I guarantee you there will be a line of people from that freezer stretching all the way out, because we're going to see hundreds, maybe even thousands of people come through with smiles on their faces, knowing they're going to have a cold ice cream cone in their hand when they get to the front of that line. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait.
The highlight was definitely the ice cream giveaway. It was just so beautiful to look into people's eyes and just feel their gratitude and love. It was really beautiful.
The giving away of ice cream and how happy that made every person that came by to take some. It was just, the joy on people's faces was, I felt a lot of sympathetic joy during that time. And thank you for letting me experience that.
That was a huge experience for me. I've never just been able to give like that, and I love the fact of sharing all over the playa. It's beautiful.
It was awesome. Oh my God, I gave so many people so many hugs, and they were genuine hugs. It was like I was so happy, and it was great. I loved it. It was just, I don't think I've ever hugged a couple hundred people in a couple of hours so sincerely and so warmly, and welcoming them home.
I want to eat these. It's taking everything I've got to not eat these.
This camp, if you look at it from the outside, what does it really provide? We provide a place to hang out and sit down, some basic services like water, of course, some super amazing services like ice cream. But most importantly, the thing that I think everyone feels from this camp is really, our soul, and that is that we love people. We love all of our neighbors. We love the people that stop by our camp, and we show it to them. Come on in, I'll show it to you.
Awesome. I've seen some amazing things out here, man. And today was a really interesting day because instead of looking at artwork and stuff, I decided to just go along the outskirts and see how all these people decide to put up their structures, because that's a whole other thing in itself.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
When this is year 2, right?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah.
way. Huh?
There's a lot of things that we are told growing up, you know, be yourself, you know, love your neighbor, but we don't see that in the world. We don't see that on TV. We don't see that from our leaders. We're told that, and it becomes words. It becomes like the speed limit. Yeah, go the speed limit. Don't really go the speed limit. Don't get caught. And then when you come out here and you see people loving their neighbor, and you see people being themselves, it really teaches you in a way that you cannot be taught with words. And then you get to act, and you get to be this person who is not driven by getting, but is driven by gifting and driven by, what do I have that can enhance the experience of all these people? How can I spread light? How can I take this joy? How can I work to increase my joy and then be a vessel of joy in the world? Gratitude is, I believe, the foundation of all growth. When people are in a place where they're not enjoying life as much as possible, when they're depressed or whatever, that's always the thing that I first try to talk to them about. Because that is, I think, the building block that you can start to build upon anything spiritual. It is the way that you reset your baseline to recognize that you are showered in gifts in every moment. And initially it can be heartbreaking to know that this only happens for 1 week a year. And if you can start to see yourself as a participant in the world, if you can see yourself as a theme camp in the world, and you go out and you say, you know, I come from, you know, joyful pink bike camp. I'm gonna go out to yuppie camp and spread my message to them.
I think of the gifting principle as being about giving of yourself and being open to others in the moment and sharing freely without the expectation of return. Sometimes that's stuff, sometimes it's an act, sometimes it's what you're wearing that celebrates and adds something to the surroundings. Sometimes it's volunteerism.
I've had a pretty profound experience in the last year with this homeless outreach that we've been doing. And it's absolutely Burning Man based. We go out, we meet together, and we try to interact with the resource limited people of our community, not from a place of, oh, we've got it figured out, let's help them to get where we are. It's more like, oh, we're from a theme camp that has a bunch of stuff. You're from a theme camp that is living in the street. So let's gift them some extra stuff we have. And more importantly, let's just be present with these people. This theme camp that is maybe a little different than us. And the rewards of that have been incredible.
You know, that's why Burners Without Borders and you know, the coat drives and the homeless outreach and things like that. That's about gifting. That's about giving of yourself and not being afraid to collaborate with others around just giving things away for no reason. Not because you're getting credit or points, but because it feels good and it's the right thing to do.
What is real is the present moment. And in that present moment, it is very clear that all of those things are simply visions, ideals of what one might want to do, their dreams. And so this is the world where we can come and find ourselves, to hear our own voices, to think our own thoughts, to be purely ourselves without any of the influence of all of those other factors. And here at Black Rock City is the place where that is celebrated.
Burning Man teaches you there's always obstacles, But if you stop seeing them as obstacles, just go, that is just the task at hand. That is just what you need to do in this moment, whether it is finding a new vehicle, whether that is tending to a wound, whether that is rebuilding your shade structure. These are not the things that are in the way of the experience. These are the experience. And that shift to a accepting the gift of the now is not just accepting it, celebrating it, and exalting the now is like the most profound spiritual gift you can get.
Oh my gosh, thank you for letting me share that.
You are very, very welcome. Okay, Doug, it's all you.
Now, if everyone in VR can quickly move over here to the stage, what we're calling the stage next to the screen. And then in VR, if you have any questions for Halcyon, please use the raise hand feature on the lower right side of your screen. And we're going to start the panel shortly. And then we'll be able to, you know, sort of interact with people on the Zoom, which is amazing. So for our Zoom participants, we'd love to give you a quick tour of what's going on here. Now, Jake, can you move the camera around this space to give Zoom folks a chance to see where we are? We are at a virtual version of the Pink Heart Camp, and the camp is placed on an expansive dusty ply with other art projects. We call the expansive desert, this desert landscape, the playa, and it's sort of based on the real playa that 80,000 people will be gathering again in August for the first time in 3 years. Now, this is a specific zone we created for BRCvr 2021 called the Ethereal Zone. So now, Zoom folks, if you have any questions for our panel, you can just leave them in our chat, and one of our moderators will review. Okay, so now it's time for our Q&A panel. Now, before we begin, would everyone here in AltSpace please click your heart emojis to show everyone in Zoom that they can see you. So give me some hearts, 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 hearts. Yeah, there we go. That's some hearts. Love it. All right, now everybody on Zoom, can you please wave hello to all of us folks here in VR? So if you're on the Zoom, wave, 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 wave. Amazing. All right. Okay, so I want to introduce today's moderator, the co-founder of BRCvr, Antabina.
Thank you, thank you. I am plugging in because power is essential. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Ethereal Zone, part of BRCvr. We are so happy to have all of you with us. Halcyon, if you want to join me over here underneath the beautiful heart at Pink Heart Camp, that would be great. So Halcyon is a 24-year Burning Man participant. Much more than a participant. He co-founded the Pink Heart Camp and has been sharing playa tips and tricks and videos for the last 20 years. His default world passions include 10 principle evangelizing, which I share, and a homeless charity focused on practicing gifting. So thank you, Halcyon, for joining us and for sharing the film with us. And it's really interesting. As I'm watching the film, I'm recognizing so many people that that were there that year. But you looked as old as your avatar.
Yeah, no, it was a real kick to see because that was I think 2011, and there's so many things that have stayed the same, and so many people that have gone in and out of Pink Heart. And really, what was so cool for me was to see pieces of the camp being built for the first time, then seeing them here in VR, kind of polished to a like next level, but really seeing the very roots of it, that film, and then seeing them here in this play, it was really cool.
I've seen the pink heart because it's pink fur and then it's got playa dust all over it, and it really does look like this texture. If you come up close at some point and look at the texture of this pink heart, this is very much what it looks like in the physical world as it does on the virtual one. So I am going to open up my host panel here and turn. So I'm turning on allow hand raises. So if you look down to the right, off to the side, you'll see raise hand. And if you would like to ask a question, or you want to know a story, or there's something about the film that really caught you, please raise your hand.
And while you're raising, I just want to give a huge shout out to Jake Tyson, the editor and videographer, who is in Zoom right now. So awesome to see you, Jake. Thank you so much for creating this beautiful, beautiful piece.
Yay. So we are going to go to Zoom actually because Magic would like to ask a question. Magic, we're going to take a small moment to do the switch over from VR to Zoom, and Magic's going to magically appear on the screen, and then we'll be able to get his question.
Sure. Hello, Halcyon. Great video. I was just wondering if we could watch this again or share it with friends.
Yes, actually. Let me think about where the easiest way to get this. I believe if you search for The Pink Path on Vimeo, it's there. But if you send me a message, I will get you the link personally. And thank you for asking that.
Maybe you could put the link on your website.
It's a great idea. Actually, yeah. My link page is koji.to/halcyon, koji.to/halcyon. I'll add the movie link to that as soon as we get offline here, so it'll be there in a couple hours.
Awesome. Instant gratification, immediacy, right?
Yay.
That's immediacy. So we have a question in VR. Jake McGuire has a question, so I'm going to give you the megaphone, and Jake, if you can ask your question. It's Jake.
Can you hear me? I'm here. Can everybody hear me?
Can you raise your hand, or?
We can hear you.
There you are.
Oh, okay. I'm right here. So, John, Jake from Hug Proliferation Organization. I got to say, I was very fortunate to see you filming in 2011. I was just very moved by what you guys were doing at that time. Also, I was also very influenced by the video you did with, I believe it was your father, in that journey with him transitioning to the other side. And I was just wondering if you could speak a little bit about your working in praxis with your dad. Some people were connected or influenced by Paul Tillich or Reverend Schuller, or, a variety of different kind of theological backgrounds. I was wondering if you could speak to us a little bit about kind of your spiritual background in that sense.
Sure. Did you see the Hug Proliferation?
Yeah, I was Hug Proliferation Organization back in, I guess, 98, 99, and I camped with Doug and Athena back in the
Amazing,
Think Tank
amazing,
days. Yeah.
beautiful. Well, yeah, actually, thank you. So it's actually my grandfather, who is known as Grandpa Caleb, or Reverend Caleb Sheichels, and he was a Baptist minister most of his life. But in his retirement, over the course of his life, he just kind of got softer and softer and more just generally spiritual. He called himself a Baptist Buddhist near the end of his life, and called himself a Jesus man instead of a Christian because he considered himself a follower of the teachings of Jesus, as opposed to a follower of any church organization. And so my my grandmother passed away, I went to go see him, and was just really struck by what a beautiful, beautiful man he was, and how his gratitude was so profound. And actually, at that time, I was living in a webcam house. I had a personal site called cockybastard.com. I just won a Webby Award for best personal site, so I was technically and legally the most narcissistic person on the entire internet. Which, if you think about that, that's a pretty impressive feat. And when I connected with my grandfather in that moment, I realized that all the tools that I had learned about how to broadcast on the web, so that I could give the microphone to him. So I asked my co-host, and once a week I would go to his retirement village, and we would turn on his webcam and share stories, and I would broadcast a group hug to the world once a week, and sharing this beautiful, beautiful old man's peace and his gratitude. Um, that when we did that for like 3.5 years, and he passed on. Initially, I was like, wasn't sure if I was going to keep doing this Hug Nation project, because he's this like beautiful vessel, message of love, lifetime of practice. I was this, of intoxication loving, wacky burner, and I just wasn't sure if I, had deserved the right to. But I was doing a lot of sexual projects, and I was proud of it all, but it just I wasn't sure. And once he passed, a few people said, "Well, you were confined to his little retirement village because of his frailty, but now you're free. Why don't you take this on the road?" So if you saw in the video, there's that pink motorhome. I bought that motorhome, painted it pink, and then had an artist paint the wings, and I had my grandpa's ashes mixed into the wings of the paint job. And just from that moment, just felt really called to have this this profound meaning to share the lessons that he's taught me. And then, in addition to that, all the lessons that different teachers have helped me see, whether it's, Alan Watts or Byron Katie or Ram Dass, and the lessons that of Burning Man and daily life, and just. But my grandpa was the absolutely my most profound spiritual teacher. Less so about the actual words of his teachings, and more the presence of someone that is so profoundly grateful. It's something that I like when I think about advantages I've had in my life. The time I spent with him, by far the biggest privilege I've had in my life.
Well, it really helped me through a really difficult time, and I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Your relationship with him was just not only spiritually galvanizing, but just deeply uplifting, and I'm really thankful.
Thank you very much. Thank you. If you go to the Hug Nation YouTube channel, where I host all my stuff, if you go to the archives, you can see videos of Caleb speaking, and you can hear his wisdom and his energy. Go to the old videos on Hug Nation. There's actually a playlist on the Hug Nation page. You can see Grandpa Caleb. And if you go to that link page, got my TEDx
sorry,
talk, which also is about Grandpa Caleb.
Sorry, I was muted. Mark, why don't you go ahead and ask your question?
Hey, Halcyon, how are you?
I'm amazing. Good to see you.
I know we saw each other literally last week at the Santa Cruz regional event, which on the face of it is a relatively unpromising location for a Burning Man regional, and yet you get the right people there, the magic happens. And basically, VR can be an interesting place to bring burners together. So I just wondered if you had any thoughts on how location impacts burner activities, or if it really is just about getting the right people together regardless of the space.
What a great question, and what a great intro, because the Santa Cruz Regional takes place on a county fairgrounds, which doesn't inherently have this kind of mystical, otherworldly portal feeling that, say, the Black Rock Desert does, or some of the other locations do. And yet, you cram enough people, you all are giving each other permission to radically self-express, it becomes magical. And I think that's an interesting parallel, because I know that my early considerations of VR, I had a similar instinctual thought that I did when I saw the fairgrounds, of like, oh, this is going to be a difficult place to port the experiences. I do think that there are many different ways to create a container people feel safe to express, and I think that more and more I'm crossing paths with people who have transformative, awakening, blossoming experiences in all different types of containers. So yeah, I think that I have become a believer in the possibility of VR as a venue and a container for transformation. Sorry for both takes mentioning drug use in your video. I saw that you were able to edit it out. You did a great job.
I love the framework that it's like an easy framework for transformation. We all have those capabilities of transformation, but we don't give ourselves permission, and we don't have a path. And I believe you created this container that is accessible.
I think that so much of our patterns are based on trying to do what we should do. So much of our socialization is in listening to teachers and well-meaning grown-ups and parents that are trying to help us, show us what we should do to fit in and be successful by the very limited definition of success. And when you have a community or a space, the Burning Man community, and you start to realize there's all these different types of ways to measure success and joyfulness, and then you start to have more and more people that are giving you permission, which is the opposite of should. You start to go, oh, I have permission to listen to an internal instinct and say something that I'm called to do from the inside, as opposed to trying to fit the expectations of the outside. I think that magic recipe for that permission is going to be different for different people. In my situation, it takes a bunch of fur and fluffiness and hugs. I know there are people that need fire and explosions and the ability to show rage, and it's in that place of anger acceptance that they feel that that's a container where they can feel safe to and given permission. And I think the same is what's wonderful is as we're even exploring the possibilities of VR spaces, is that it's even less limited. Even way beyond fur and fire is things that we can't even comprehend outside the imagination. I think it's exciting to even consider.
And what are your plans for Pink Heart for this year? Going back to the playa?
We are heading back to the playa. We are in scrambling mode. It has been 3 years since we've been on Playa. It feels like it's been about 50. Like trying to regain the momentum and remember we're way behind on all of our deadlines, but the plan is to give water and ice cream and shade and recreate that container and love. Uh, we've made a tradition of what's wonderful is we've been getting together as a camp and having our meetings, and then we put together the Santa Cruz regional container as well. We had the camp there. Shout out to Julia, who was our mayor there and did incredible work. As we kind of reconnect to the vibe, it's almost like we've been dehydrated and we're rehydrating. Like we're dropping water on these dehydrated versions of ourselves. And I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. This is such a huge part of what gives my life purpose, and it's exciting. A lot of work, but it's like the best job in the world.
Yeah, it is the best job in the world. So we have about 10 minutes left. We have a question from Zoom and we have a question here in VR. So let's go to Zoom and Mingle. You will be our next question.
So I'm asking it right now?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm in VR world. I'm so excited. This is amazing.
Welcome home.
Hello, sending you love. I love it. Oh my God, you look fabulous, darling. I love it. I got hearts. Where are your hearts, John?
Put your heart on.
He's like, get a heart on. I love it. That's hilarious. John, I love you. I adore you. I just love you. Thank you for bringing so much love into the world. Thank you for bringing that love. And from one as a traditional Presbyterian minister in the world, who is now leaning into this non-traditional way. Thank you for giving me a vision and a path on how to do this. And, do you have any advice for me as I transition out of 30 years of traditional ministry to leaning into the Burning Man community and the work, here? And I'm also really curious to know what exciting new projects that you might be coming up with. Like, what are ways that you might be channeling Grandpa Caleb into the world?
Ooh, great questions. And I've gotten to know you a little bit in the gratitude circles and gotten to witness your transition, and I think that it's been beautiful to see you show the courage to do what you're doing, what you're talking about, which is same journey that my grandpa went on, where at a certain point he realized that some of the things that he was being told, this is what your faith means, he was like, this does not feel right to me. Initially it was there was women's rights aspects and gay rights aspects, and he was involved in the civil rights movement, and it was kind of like Jesus teachings that I know not be doing the things that this church is doing. No criticism of anyone's faith or anyone's background, but to me, the path of purpose in any way has to be a personal one. And I think that's the grand gift of this community, is that the idea of radical self-expression, radical inclusion, is that there is no right way. And if you are being authentic and following your truth, then this community embraces you and celebrates you. I like to say, I may not really enjoy what you're doing, but I'll hold your coat while you do it. I think that what you are finding and what people find and what I have found is that when you start to act from that kind of presence place of this feels right in this moment. Like, I'm going to, rather than think about what should I do, get the reaction or the get to a certain place that I think I'm supposed to be, instead get present with who I am and what feels in alignment and integrity with who I am, and then act from that place. You are becoming the truth giver or the vibration creator, something that matters. It's not up to you to decide, oh, I should have 1 million people listening to me. Who are we to say, what is the right way for the universe to unfold? You are speaking your truth. One person is affected by it. It makes sense. If you're playing the song and there's one person dancing, you win. You get caught up and go, well, what song do I need to sing to be a megastar? You've lost track. You're never going to be in a place of alignment, and you're never going to end your days feeling like that was a win. You're always going to be trying to win this game of somebody else's rules. If you can just play the song in your heart and make somebody dance and win. And I think that you are in that place now of playing the song in your heart, and you're having some awesome dance parties. So bravo, and keep it up.
Awesome. So we have one question in VR, and then we will wrap up our program for the day. We have Wicked Cat. Wicked Cat, are you still here? Can you send up some heart emojis? There you are.
Hello?
Okay, Wicked Cat, you have the megaphone.
Hi, thank you. Confirm. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, thank you so much. I am only popping in maybe about 10 minutes ago, so I apologize. I missed your introduction. I just got off work, but the universe has this perfect timing in its way. So I think what I needed to hear, and which is what I popped up on, was perfect as far as answering this question. I'm one of those people that I feel like I've always, even though I've never once ever been to a burner at all, I've always wanted to go. I feel like I have it within me to be one for sure. I just wanted to get your take or get your, not, well, I guess just to hear your insight on. I mean, everybody has their reasons for that path, as far as whether it's enlightenment, whether it's to find their tribe. It can be multiple things, and whatever reason each individual has, it's always the right one, I think. Once that path is more strongly built, because it's always being forged, it's never really ever done. It's more strongly built once the path is more clearly seen, and then it's time to leave burner to go out into the real world. What are some of your what's some of your personal insights or insights you might have seen as far as how burners go out into the world and apply their newfound power or their newfound rediscovered power? I'll say rediscovered because we all have it, but it's buried under societal rules and conformity and laws. And it's just a matter of unpeeling those layers. But what is your insight on, like I said, how do burners and how has someone such as yourself with the experience have gone out into the world, into your lives, into our jobs, into the normal things? I guess, well, by normal, I mean, within societal rules, and applied those you found power. Thank you.
I love your question, and I love the way you asked it. And I love the recognition that it's kind of an ongoing, forever thing. I mean, to me, I consider this it is a practice, and it is one thing that I would think that it is tempting to have this idea that once I get to a certain level of clarity on what my gifts are, once I get to a certain level of emotional stability or financial stability, or once I get XYZ, and I'm going to go out into the world and be of service and make a difference. And I would actually frame that and say that we are all fully qualified right now to make a difference and live in purpose, make the world a better place, and to spread a little bit of positivity and encouragement and a little bit of creativity. And so I actually do a morning broadcast every day at 9 a.m. Called the Morning Love Broadcast, where I try to remind us all that in a cold world, we are surrounded by hundreds of thousands, if not millions, if not tens of millions or hundreds of millions of like-minded people. It gets really easy to feel like you go out into the world that you're surrounded by coldness. But the reality is, by us being here and recognizing that this is a possibility and this kind of community is out there and there are people out there, I think we have a responsibility to just do little teeny tiny gestures towards expressing that in the world, towards giving other people permission and showing people that this is possible. So even right now, what you do is you wave at the people, you say good morning, you say a profound eye contact thank you to the person in the store. You do that in the office. You do just as you practice gifting and you learn more about gifting, you're trying to get your head on a swivel and say, how can I make this day better? And so when you start to just like practice that awareness of, could I still here? If I'm still here, so I guess my overall would be, what you do is you start with a teeny tiny gestures over and over and over. Then you start to, then you become aware, and there's an option to do something bigger. So then after a few days or a few weeks of just saying hello and good morning, notice that somebody is carrying something too heavy, and you go, oh, can I help you with that? And then you realize, oh, there's somebody that really needs somebody to listen to them. And just teeny tiny gestures start to get bigger and bigger, and before you know it, you are creating ripples that change lives and change the world. It's not about, I don't think, finding the big way that you dramatically change the world. It's about seeing yourself as someone who is a helper, and then you will be given those ways that you can help.
Thank you, Halcyon. Speaking of helping, there is a whole Hug Nation call that is going to happen in 4 minutes. So I want to make sure that we get you to the church on time, so to speak. But I want to point out some art that's here. The Pink Heart Camp behind us is a replica of the Pink Heart Camp that's on Playa. And also, if you look over to the left, you'll see a circle of doors. And that's the circle of tarot cards. And that is also coming back to the Playa, but as a full deck. So what you have right now is the piece that was done 2014. And if you pick a door and you walk through the door, and when you turn around, the card that's on the door is your card for the day. Behind us, the art piece is the BRCvr Temple, and that was an amazing piece. And over at the arches, all those portals are like the portals in our hub space. Will take you to all the other zones that we created for BRCvr. So thank you to Halcyon, who will be joining on the Hug Nation call, which we will keep streaming in here. So please stay and enjoy the Hug Nation call. And I'm going to take it over to Doug.
All right. Thank you, Athena. Thank you, Halcyon. Wave your hands on Zoom and show the people in Altspace that you're there, and give some hearts to the people in Altspace. Give your hearts to the people in the Zoom, and let's do a cross multi-dimensional hello. I love it. Okay. We're going to go ahead and turn off the mute now and invite everyone to join the Hug Nation Gratitude event. Typically, it runs on Zoom 3 times a day, every day. Today, we're going to bring everyone in Altspace in the Zoom. If you're enjoying this event, please consider supporting us at our Patreon at BRCvr. Your support enables us to continue to do these awesome events year-round. I'm going to drop the Patreon in the chat. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining today. And now we're going to unmute and get ready for the Hug Nation Gratitude event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Halcyon.
Onto a webcam now, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could do it from here if you wanted to, but it'd probably be easier to do it on Zoom.
Yeah, I think I'll do it on Zoom. But thank you so much. This was fantastic. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Halcyon.
Bye, Halcyon.
Thank you.
Hey, Athena.
Yes. Who's calling me? Hi. Yes.
Oh, hey, I was just wondering, are we gonna stay here for a little while, or I'm
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great.
Yeah, we're gonna
Should
stay
I
here
mute?
for an hour when we do.
Hey, everybody.
Okay.
We're going to unmute you now.
Okay.
There we go.
This is actually exciting to have like the Hug Nation call here in VR. It's fun.
This is really cool, like crazy cool. Like it's so meadowed, like all these worlds coming together. It's
I
crazy.
had never seen that. I've never seen anything
That's the
VR
metaverse.
before. That was pretty cool.
I know, and like it's so cool to be like on the screen in BRCvr. I'm like, oh my god, I'm
Yeah, I think
fangirling.
if I don't get to Playa this year, the VR may be an option to explore. I mean, what the heck? There's nothing else available. Excellent.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. And here I woke up this morning worried about my hair and then thinking I was going to be an avatar, so it didn't matter what my hair looked like. And now
It looks incredible.
It's great.
It's pinker than pink.
it's
It's
a
really
little-
good. It looks
okay.
good.
Thank you. Thank you. Yay! Well, it's so nice to see everyone here. And oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That was a lot of fun. And I tried to take a bunch of selfies so I could see pictures later. So what we generally do here is we'll start in a moment with we'll join hands, and then we'll have everyone that wants to have a chance to share like a minute or so of something that they're grateful for. The way that we do it is you like raise your hand either physically or say it in chat or use the hand raising icon in Zoom, and then I will call on you. When we're speaking, everyone is silent. But we do encourage people to give nonverbal feedback. So if you want to give, who is the host here right now? Let's see, anybody?
Halcyon, I'll give it to you right now.
Okay. We encourage nonverbal feedback. So if you want to give people, applause or a heart, or if you want to communicate in chat, please do so. But otherwise, the only people speaking out loud will be the people that are called on, or me or the host as we kind of pass the mic around. And with that, if you can reach your hands out beyond your camera so we can join hands around the world and come together for this beautiful Friday gratitude gathering. Welcome, everyone. What a treat. All right. Well, I'm now co-host, so now I can mute. Ha 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 ha, power.
I love that.
Would anyone like to start us off with something they're feeling gratitude for today? Ross.
I'm known for my brevity, and I'll do my best to keep it short. I am grateful. I'm going to go to a classic. I'm grateful for coffee. I am grateful for waking up this morning in a safe place to sleep and food in my belly. I'm grateful for the beautiful day outside and flowers and birds chirping. I am grateful for this film screening and all the time and all the beautiful new people I'm seeing here and all the people that have passed through here and will pass through here in the future. And I am grateful for you, John, for creating this container, and for Burning Man for bringing us all together. And that's me.
Thank you, Ross. Beautiful. Appreciate that, and appreciate your consistency and forever reminder of the joy of coffee. Also, just as a reminder that this is not a gratitude circle where the expectation is of puppy dogs and rainbows. That if you are having a tough time, you can acknowledge your reality and what's going on, and then find something to be grateful in it. Even if it's just that I'm grateful that I have the ability to speak my truth in this moment. Andrea.
Hey, oh my gosh. I am so grateful that we got to connect at Unscrews and we got to dance on the stage. That was the highlight of my whole Unscrews. Honestly, it was like, it was just epic. Because I do a lot of dancing, I do a lot of choreography, but just to get up there and just move, and Major Trouble was so incredible. It was just, it was a moment that just brought me so much joy. And it was completely, not orchestrated. It just happened. And it was just so great. And it was so great to connect with you, John, after the gratitude circles. So it was exactly what you were saying. It was kind of like this synchronicity of just being in the present moment and just everything aligning and feeling a sense of safety, right? Because of the gratitude circles that we've done. And thank you. I'm so grateful for that moment.
That was incredible. I felt like I was possessed by some sort of dancing demons. And I'm glad that you were there to make sure I didn't fall off the stage. That was really beautiful. Thank you.
It was awesome. Thank you so much.
Mingle.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here and to see the screening of your films. I have so much gratitude for that. That was like incredible. And I have gratitude for being here in this BRCvr world. And I'm hoping I get pinned really soon. Let's see. Oh, whoever it is that's doing it, can you pin me? Because I have gratitude for the person. There you are. There you are. This person that is in front of me with your purple hair. I'm just so excited to see you. And I just want to say hello to you. I just want to pin this so I can see. Oh, did I lose her? Anyway, I'm just really, really excited. Look at everyone. Oh my God, this is so cool. This is so cool seeing everyone in the group. You all look amazing. So yes, I have gratitude that I'm getting ready to head down to Los Angeles, and I'm going to be going there for the Women's March. And I am looking forward to the work that I'm doing, trying to help take a stand for women and women's rights, and then marching in Los Angeles on Monday for the Poor People's Campaign, and taking a stand for people in poverty and systemic, trying to end systemic racism and the war economy and ecological devastation. So as we're getting ready to head towards Washington, D.C., so it's really exciting work. And I'm just really grateful for this group. I'm grateful for these hearts. Oh my God, look at you all. You all are so beautiful. Look at all this beauty. I can't wait to meet you all in IRL, and hopefully I'll see some of you on the playa. But just a lot of gratitude, a lot of love for this meta world right now with Zoom and BRCvr. So sending lots and lots of love. Pew, 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 pew.
Thank you, Mingle. And all goes well. I will be marching with you on Monday. Hopefully that all that will coordinate well. Thank you.
Yes, we will channel Grandpa Caleb.
Amen.
Yeah.
Alicia.
Hey, hello, Halcyon.
Hi.
First time I've been in one of these, and this is awesome. Oh gosh, oh God, you guys pinned me up here and makeup on. I had a lot of gratitude. I've got a lot of gratitude that I decided to actually watch this film because I had work to do today, but I watched it and it really did put the fire back into me about the experience of gifting and the experience of this profound, deep, transformative thing that happens at Burning Man, where who you are inside is on your outside out there, and there's no shame in showing it. And it's one of those spaces where you feel that that space is safe for you to do that. And what I really loved about this is that even in 2011, you can see the diversity of thought, you can see the diversity of skin tone, you can see the diversity of height and hair color and everything that's at Burning Man. And it's always been that way for me. And I just really appreciate, because in a world where a lot of division is coming up about belonging to tribes based on external, a pure internal tribe is the more important. And so I really appreciate what you're doing, and I'm inspired. And I'm actually taking a project to Burning Man this year too. Yeah. So I took a bigger version of it in 2012. It was called the Serendipity Outpost. It's a gift giving experience. I don't know if anybody ever saw that, but I'm taking a smaller version this year. It's a randomizer to share gifting experiences with anyone on the playa.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I so agree with that idea of putting your inside out, and I'm not sure exactly how you said it, but I think that
your inside is on your outside. Yeah. You've hidden it in the default world, and now it's like it just bursts out there, and you realize you're meeting authentic people. You leave your race and your gender, and a lot of that stays at the gate. If you're really invested in Burning Man, you're there for you as a unique individual, and you meet others as they come to you in that place. And there's nothing more special than that.
Agreed. I think that what you learn, or that I learned, is that it helps you to kind of understand, well, what I consider to be sexiness. So like my shirt says "sexy, silly, sacred," and to me, sexy is when you see people's insides on the outside. It's like, oh my God, these people are so gorgeous, and it's this deep appreciation of a human being that we don't get a chance to so often in the default world, but when people are shining their insides so brightly, it's a gift. Thank you for sharing, and I look forward to seeing what you bring. Jamil.
Hey, everybody. I'm so excited. So many new people here. Welcome, welcome to our group. This is something I don't participate every day because of commitments, but it's so nice. I usually do the 9 Eastern, so I guess it's the 6 o'clock Pacific time. And I see a lot of faces here that I love so much. Tall Paul, like Ross, everybody. But we become family, really. So I'm so grateful. So grateful for these Zoom calls, really everything. It really helps to have a place that even if you have a bad day, you can log in and find that support, find that solidarity, find that, like some of us have lost dear ones, and to say I miss my mom so much, and then find the gratitude in it. Like, I know she's in a better place, that sort of thing. And having people that support you and hug you virtually is really special, and it's really changed my life. So I want to say what Alicia said about how the gratefulness of the Burning Man community and all of that. And I went to my first regional last weekend, and I am forever changed by not only the experiences, but the people that I met. I know that I have lifelong friends there, and I know that I found a place to be of service as well. And to me, that's very important, to feel used, like to be able to bring out my talents, even if it's just putting up curtains. Alleviating the organizer's stress by helping out with something. It really made me feel good. And I can't wait to go to Playa. I really hope. And this movie made me want to really go really bad to Playa. I really want to go so bad. So I hope that I'm able to go. But anyway, that's it. I love you so much. And I'm just grateful for this community and you, John, of course. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamil. Just props.
Do you have your sticker? Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah.
kudos to you for going to your first regional this weekend, and I think it's beautiful to witness the benefits and the rewards when we are courageous in different ways. So thank you, Emil. And it sounds like Wicked Cat in BRCvr is going to share some gratitude next. Is that going to come through you, Drew?
Yes, we're going to try. Just give us one moment.
Oh, exciting. This is cool.
Okay, can you hear me? Is it time to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Hi, everybody. I'm just so happy for the collaboration here of the reality and the virtual reality all together. This is great. I just want to say I'm really grateful for, like I said, once again coming upon this a little event. I'm grateful for mostly at this very moment. I am smack dab in the middle of having COVID right now, and but even with that having been said, I'm grateful for the comprehension and understanding of what it means to have it, to the experience, having had this experience, able to better empathize more than I did with those who've suffered and those who may continue to suffer short-term and long-term from it. I'm just thankful for, even though I'm a little bit congested and feverish, that's all it is. It's nothing more. We all know it could be so much worse, and it happened for so many people. And I'm thankful just for having the resources the universe has always been able to provide, even in this circumstance, to still be able to maintain my home, to take care of my son, to still my job when I have the energy, and and just grateful for the time to heal and to meditate and to give my body the grace and the rest that it needs. I'm grateful for so many things, but at this moment in my life, because this is my current situation, I'm trying to find the medicine in the poison and still have the gratitude even under this circumstance. Thank you.
I love that. Find the medicine in the poison. One of the metaphors or stories I like to share a lot is crap or cone, and that you've always got one hand holding ice cream cone and one hand in dog crap. And our task is to try to bring our focus to the ice cream or bring our focus to the medicine. And that's sometimes that requires some graduate level gratitude practice. But the truth is there's always poison and there's always medicine. And it's our practice of gratitude that helps us to find a way to live in heaven when, if we're not disciplined, we will be living in hell. So bravo in gratitude practice under difficult conditions. Thank you for sharing. Shelly Joe.
Hi guys, everybody. Hey John. I appreciated your film. I'm glad I was able to view it with y'all. Today I'm really grateful we host lots of travelers in our home, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful with COVID and things, we've definitely had a lull, but I'm grateful to be having people from around the world coming back through. It's just really a lot of really beautiful and interesting spirits. We just had a man from South Africa traveling around the world on bicycle here. His name was Jan, and he was a lovely person, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to meet him and to host him. I'm grateful for the opportunity to work this summer with world-renowned experts and leather worker. The opportunity just came kind of out of the blue, and I'm really excited about it. Jeff is a very talented man, and he's highly respected, and I know that I'll learn a lot, and I'm glad that I can help him and that I have the skills to help him out and work with him. I'm grateful to notice and take advantage of my ability to continue to change and prioritize myself and my self-care and yeah. I'm glad that I've been taking action on that. I feel much better, and it's just good to, yeah, I'm just grateful for that. So thank you.
Thank you, Shelly Joe. Yay. Good reminder, the importance of self-care. And thank you for walking the walk. Would anyone like to go next? Is that a Gabby hand? Gabby. And then Rocky.
Hey. I am very grateful that I just came back from my first West Coast regional. I live here in Maryland, so I'm used to all the regionals out here. I am grateful to be going back to the playa after a year taking off. So I'll be out there for Jew Playa. I'm grateful for all of the Pink Heart members that I was able to connect with at Unscrews, and the Pink Heart members that are here on the East Coast, so I can continue getting that love and having a good decompression and pre-compression at the same time. That makes sense. And I had an amazing time meeting you, John, face to face. And the pink dress or pink peach thing that we were doing, we were trying to see how many identifying males could wear this pink dress that they had at a gifting clothing costume area. And I think we got up to 9, I think it was. So that was fun. And then all the dancing, and very grateful for the trikes that were there. So just amazing experience to see everyone connect at a fairground and have the same elements that I've seen on playa, whether it was during Supplier or Juplaya or any of the Burning Mans that I've gone to. So it was really great for all of that, and awesome to see the VR experience. I don't have VR, so to have that reality and virtual world come together in such a unique experience of the internet, the magic of that and the creation of that. So yeah, that's what I'm for. And I hope to see people again in the future. And then maybe when I finally get a ticket again to Burning Man there. That's it.
Thanks, Gabby. Yeah, I was honored to be able to strut in that dress. I think I need more frilly princess dresses in my future. Rocky.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I guess I'm grateful for Halcyon for sending me a notification, because or else I wouldn't have joined. It's been like a year and a half since last time I logged on. I don't really recognize anyone around here, like only Tall Paul. And I'm grateful that things changed since the past year and a half. Since last time I was here, I got a new apartment that is much bigger, and now I also have a balcony, which is great. And I'm paying the same price, which is even better. So yeah, I'm back. Although that doesn't mean anything to like most of you. Okay. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Good to see you. And there are a number of people who are here for the first time as well, because of our union and connection of an overlapping of VR and this room. And also there has been, new people and people moving on. It's kind of this, it's like as Alan Watts says, it's like a whirlpool in a river, that the shape is the same, but the content is constantly changing. Etoile, hello.
Well, Rocky, I also thought that way, because I'm not usually here
on Fridays, but I'm playing hooky today and very proud of myself for playing hooky. And I'm usually here on Mondays and Thursdays. And yesterday morning I got up and I was ready to come on, and there was this massive boom. And then the electricity all went out. A transformer transformed us into silence. So I am grateful for, oh, I'm gonna cry. I had a very judgmental experience this week, and it kind of hit that inner child that always wants to have the playmates on the playground. And I reached out to Mingle, and because I thought, yeah, she'll understand. And she did. So, and she mentioned you, John, in her comments. So very grateful to Mingle, and I'm very grateful to you, John. And I am very grateful to that inner child that is very sad, because it means she's still there. Embrace the funk. So I'm gonna stop looking at the crap and looking at the beautiful cone that's in my hand, and just be grateful that I get to play hooky today. And I'm gonna go to yoga and see my yoga mom. I'm gonna pay, what's the word? Honor to my Hanai mom, because today was the day that we gathered and shared wonderful stories about her. And I am so grateful to see so many new faces and hear everybody's new gratitude. So thank you, John. Thank you, Mango. And thank you, Ross.
Thank you, Itwal. Thank you for sharing and letting us see you. And it's always beautiful. So thank you for being with us. We generally do a hug at 1/2 past. There's a number of people that are still going to share, so we will do a hug so that people can leave if they know that they have to get back to work at 1/2 past. But we'll continue to share gratitude if you didn't get a chance to share. In case Drew leaves before then, I want to give some gratitude to Drew and everyone at BRCvr, but specifically Drew, because you headed up so much, and you did so with such a friendly and encouraging and supportive tone. And there was a lot of things to figure out and a lot of things that didn't go perfectly the first time. And it was just beautiful to get to work with you. And I'm appreciative of you. So my gratitude is for you today. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
I'm not sure who iPhone 13 is, but if you've got some gratitude, we'd love to hear it.
I believe *6 unmutes on an iPhone.
Ooh. All right, well, waiting for you. We're going to do Iris and then Lisa. Iris.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, I'm grateful for sticking with it. I wanted to do the VR thing, and it took me about an hour and a half to figure it out with passwords and all this and that. And by that point, I was done with it, and I just got on Zoom instead. So I'm grateful that I still have the willpower to work through all these sort of technical issues. And here I am, and I get to actually see people, not avatars. And I'm just happy to be here. So that's it.
Yay. Well, bravo to your perseverance. Glad that there is multiple routes to the mountaintop and you made it, and we get to share the experience. So thank you for being here. Good to see you.
Good to be seen.
Lisa.
Gosh, hello. I feel like I've missed this so much. As most of you know, we just moved to a different state to be near my dad, and we're all moved in. I'm future grateful when I can find everything in the maze of boxes. You know, I labeled them room by room, but they just got stuck everywhere. I'm grateful for our new neighbors we met, Hugo and Henrietta, who are a lovely couple in their 80s who want us to come over all the time, and they're just lovely people. So this neighborhood we're on a cul-de-sac and all the neighbors are great. I'm future grateful for a hair appointment I have next week. I'm going to get this stuff trimmed up and colored, and then I found a couple of pictures with a little bit of like pink on the ends, which I think I'm going to do in the back, maybe a little pink and purple or turquoise, whatever we decide to do. So I'm future grateful for that. And I'm just really, really happy to be here this afternoon and start getting back on a normal track now that I'm in the house and get back on the calls, because I miss seeing all of your lovely faces and hearing the gratitude and being able to be where I feel accepted, loved, and for who I am, and the same way I feel about each of you. So I'm just grateful for today and to be here.
Thank you, Lisa. Good to see you and hear your voice and hear that there might be pink in your future. And I am taken aback by the beauty of a couple named Hugo and Henrietta. That is, next time I have anything to name, that's going to be Hugo and Henrietta.
They are lovely, and you should. They are
How
amazing.
could they not be?
I know, right?
Oh, iPhone 13. Oh, it looks like you're still muted. Okay, we're gonna do a hug, and then if you get your mute off, we'll have a hug, your gratitude afterwards. But wherever you are, whether you are in VR or in front of your camera or just tuning into this cosmically, give yourself a big squeeze and hold your body, embrace the body you're in or the body you're with. And as you feel yourself, this warm body in your arm, let it be a symbolic representation of all the people here. And the arms holding you, let it be our arms. And let us sink into this place now beyond our physical bodies, beyond even our thoughts and our identities and our personalities, sinking down to that place of our shared humanity, knowing that even the people that we might be at odds with or feel like are on the other side, that in this place, deeper than our allegiances and our jersey colors, we have this desire for safety, desire for purpose, desire for warmth, wanting to protect those we love. And in that place of this shared humanity, we can sink into a feeling of oneness, knowing that we're all far more alike than we are different. And in that place, we can forgive others, we can forgive ourselves, we can sink into a place of appreciation and compassion. And in that place of feeling of oneness, let's take a deep breath in, hold it at the top and squeeze, and feel us all squeezing you. And release. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and each one of you beautiful ambassadors of love, thank you for being here for our Hug Nation Hug, our gratitude circle, and this incredible gathering of a tribe. Much love to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, and if you have to get back to your work or whatever, we understand. We try to keep it at a half hour, but it sounds like there's an iPhone 13 unmuted if you want to share some gratitude.
I think it might be me. Perhaps it's a Charlie girl.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Perfect.
Yes, you are. We all are. And that hug was something I needed. I cannot express how much I needed that. And at the very end, I squeezed out a tear, like at the very, like the breathing out at the end of that exhale, like this tear went dink out of my eye. So I know I needed that. And thank you. I am super, super grateful to find this. I've been in other groups that you've had, not this one, and have been so busy with work, I haven't been able to attend. I'm working now, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to have my laptop on my lap doing some work and participating as much as I can. So I'm just grateful for technology that you can, be teleworking at the same time, like engaging with, folks you love. So I am really appreciative of that. And the other things that I am grateful for, besides the technology in these days, is the Playa family that I love, my Temple Guardian family that I dearly adore. I've spent 9 or 10 years with them, 9 or 10 years with the Temple Guardians, and this will be the 3rd year I can't come out to the Playa. So I'm going to challenge myself and figure out that whole VR thing. One way or another, I'm going to do it as well. I'm a little bit in the more mature side of life. And for me, that sometimes is a struggle to have new technology, but I'm doing it. I'm taking it on. So I am grateful that that even exists. And being that there's a space like this that feels very intentional and safe and inclusive, all those things that I think we all need and appreciate, and we can share here. So I appreciate you, John. I appreciate everybody who's here. And I appreciate the fact that I can adopt a cat on Saturday, and the cat's name is Meatball. He'll probably make an appearance in the next meeting. Yes, he's very meatball-y. I love all you guys. All you folks. I don't mean to misgender anybody, but I love you all. Yeah. I'll come back. This is amazing. I'm going to hang out while I'm working.
Yay. You're always welcome. We are here every day, noon, 6 and 3 a.m. Pacific time. The 3 a.m. is noon for the Amsterdam and Barcelona folk, which we've got quite a few Europeans that gather. And then some people hang out and socialize afterwards as well. So but it's a really welcome and accepting group.
Oh, God.
So hopefully to see you whenever you're called. Thank you for being here.
Tons of love from Portland. Thank you.
You are welcome. I think we've got Athena is going to share from VR, and then Sean, you'll be after that.
Hi, hello. This is so meta. I would like to share that I have gratitude for having clients, and they could be trying and they can be difficult, and they don't understand why you do things the way you do, especially with our business here in the metaverse, and people just really don't understand it, but they want to be part of it. And patience. I just have gratitude for patience, and sometimes I lose my patience, and I'm very passionate about what I do, and it gets construed as being maybe hostile, and I don't mean to be. So today I want to hold the space of gratitude, not just for my own patience, but also that others can have patience with me.
Good one. Thank you, Athena. That's a beautiful reminder. One of the things that I'm super grateful for, this practice of group gratitude, is, science has shown beyond a doubt that the most beneficial thing you can do to increase your happiness is a gratitude practice. But what I think people haven't studied is the power of a group gratitude practice, because with your own practice, you think about the lens of what you've got in the front of your mind. But with a group, you hear someone say patience and you go, oh yes, that's true, that too, that's also on my list. And you hear someone say something else, you go, oh right, that I have that too, that's also my right. And you expand this baseline appreciation just so wide and deep. So thank you for that reminder. Sean.
Hi, how's everybody doing? I wanted to wait to give everybody a chance because of all these new people. Hi, thank you. I'm here, I'm working right now, so if you hear me saying hi to somebody, that's why. I wanted to give everybody a chance, but I also really wanted to share because I have exciting news. First of all, one of my best friends in the entire world flew out to Hawaii to come and visit me here at Joshua Tree. They arrived, and I'm really excited about that. And I haven't seen her in over 4 years, I think. And then also, I got an email today which all but confirms that I will be getting a DPW position this year. And so it's looking good that I'll be volunteering for DPW as well as getting free tickets to them. Woo! I love you all, and I'm grateful to see all these new faces.
Congrats, Sean. That you're gonna totally blow my whole image of DPW. I mean, you are one of the most kind, warm people I've ever met. Hopefully you can keep that under wraps while you're at DPW. Thanks, Sean. Good to hear from you. Anyone else want to share any gratitude? Kathy. We got you muted still?
Gotcha. Today I had a beautiful day, and it was because of what we talked about last night, gratitude about the horses. I was getting a train home today, and I met this woman traveling, a doctor who was on kind of taking a trip, and she said she had been working a lot with COVID and she was taking a break now, you know, having a holiday for herself. And she said she loves horses and that after work, the horses are so good to work with. And it was just like yesterday, I couldn't believe the coincidence, you know, talking with Javi about the horses. There was this conversation here yesterday evening. So I don't know, I just mentioned it to her. The BRCvr in Spain. It just felt like a very big coincidence, and I wanted to share that. I love it when that happens. I think it's special. So I love this group. Thank you. And from the traveling point of view, which she was traveling, and I was just thinking, thank you to Jamie and all the people, to everyone, for creating that space where we travel and meet and have experiences. So that's my gratitude.
Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, hooray for synchronicities and those magical experiences. Dawn, would you like to share some gratitude? Oh, I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Oh, now you're Zoom muted, but I think your mic was on. Oh, nope. Nope, not getting it. Maybe you want to type it and I can read it.
Sure.
Oh, that's it. No, I was so close. All right, well, we're working on that. Pierre, was that your hand? Or did we lose Pierre? Was Pierre waving goodbye? Oh, he's waving goodbye. Kevin, you want to give a little gratitude?
Yeah. What Alicia said really touched me because I learned a lot when I was a kid. My father had health issues and his hair would fall out and come back one way and then come back another way, and he really had to overcome a lot of, back in the 60s, people were just awful about things. I mean, back then you couldn't say the word cancer. It was the C word. You couldn't even speak the word cancer. And when I was 17, I went into New York City to discover the gay world that I had heard about from 60 Minutes. And we took over radio station WBAI and had a sit in. And there was a man there that people used to call the Beast because he has such a ruddy complexion and was one of the most homely people I think I had ever seen. And I sat down during this takeover of this radio station, and an hour and a half after I started talking to him, I looked at him and he had gone from being really homely to being totally beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We're still friends. That was 1973. He is a beautiful man. And, you know, I learned, I heard the cliches, don't judge a book by its cover, all that stuff. And it's really true. People are who they are, not what they look like necessarily. And what they look like, once you find out who they are, changes. When you see them, not just their physical appearance. And, you know, me being very overweight and ostracized by the gay community way back when, I'd go into a bar, and my happiest time when people would come over and say, "Oh, I'm not into big guys, but I really like you." You know, because they saw me after we spoke for a while. And it's the honest to God truth. And going to Burning Man, I saw a whole huge bunch of people who understand this and who actually are living the message of all the prophets that have ever been about loving your neighbor and living the golden rule. Yeah, and nobody's perfect, but we were all trying to do it. We were all doing it, just accepting everyone else and being ourselves and being great with that. Totally acceptance and love. And it reaffirmed what I had believed, what were my values, and what I was scared wasn't that I was being an idiot. And I saw I was not being an idiot. It really can be. And this group, I am eternally grateful for this group, because our little community of people who care about each other for real, accept each other, care about each other, is life-changing and life-affirming. And Jesus talked about it, not what they say in churches mostly, but, and your grandfather, Caleb, obviously understood this and grew to accept and embrace the whole thing completely. And sometimes they say traits skip a generation. So I don't know if it skipped a generation because I don't know your parents, but I know it's in you. It's very much in you. And I am very grateful for you and the things that you have done, which have affected the lives probably of millions of people over time, because of the way you affect a certain number, they affect more, What you do has ripples that go on and will continue to go on. And I'm grateful for that, and I thank you for that. And I'm just really glad this group exists, because I'm not sure what would have happened to me if this group wasn't here. So I thank you.